Helping
Yeah,
you.
come on. I'm not going to say it again. Do it then. Yeah, come on, do it. I'm not going to tell you again. You want to do that? You think you're going to get away with that stuff? You're not getting. Come on, do it to me then. Come on. Now do something. Do it then. Do it. Come on. I dare you. Do it. You want to do something? Do it. Hey everybody, welcome to today's tactical tip. Now what you just saw was a very isolated segment of a potential situation. And what I did was I was just playing an aggressive assailant. And now I had Mac, one of our other instructors in here, but I had him purposely not do anything. I didn't have him moving, didn't have him respond, and here's why. I wanted 100% of your focus and attention to be on me. And what I would ask you is, what was it that you were looking at, or what did you notice during that last little scenario? See, for most people what happens is, now we kept the verbal fairly low, but you can see that I'm aggressive. You can see it in my body language, you can see it in my facial expressions, you can see it in the fact of how I'm talking to him and what I'm saying. And just while that whole thing is going on, what happens is that a lot of our senses can get overwhelmed and our vision isn't quite sure what to focus on. Now the one thing that I would ask is this: how many of you out there actually noticed that while I was expressive and moving my body and talking with one of my hands, my other arm was actually pinned to my body? Today's tip is on what you should scan. Like, it's a threat assessment, we call it. And the number one thing that we want you to focus in on is to make sure that you can see the palm of the hands. Why is that? Because in my other hand, I had a weapon. You see, as I was talking and getting aggressive and as I was escalating up, it's not natural for me to keep one of my limbs tucked tight beside my body. That is an indicator. And so during that whole confrontation, what I would have wanted Mac to do was to first take a quick notice and see if he can see the palm of my hands. Now, I'm not talking about seeing him flat out from the front like this, but the point is, if I just put this away for a second and I'm talking to him and I go back to the same thing, notice where my hands all of a sudden lie. If you just look down real quick, you can't fully see the palm of my hands, but you can see through my hands. You can see my thumb, you can see my fingers, and you can see that I'm not pinching something in my hands. When people start to escalate up and their body language starts to become more aggressive, people tend to start moving their hands. They start pointing, they're talking with their hands, they're moving in and out a little bit. And during that whole process, you can see that I'm not holding anything in my hands. So today's tip was on just a threat cue indicator, is look at the palm of the hands. As I started to escalate out and I'm starting to get aggressive, this is a non-natural motion. If I had it in my pocket, or if I had it under my shirt, or if I had it in my front pocket even, anything like this, if we can't see the hands, then the survivable value lies in assuming that there is a weapon. Okay, so today's tip: make sure that when you are dealing with difficult or aggressive people, borderline violent individuals, that you are aware of the palm of the hands. Okay? All right, everybody, remember, this journey is about training you to become a modern protector, to be the protector for you and your family, to develop an unbreakable mental toughness, to live with an unwavering self-confidence. Until next time, everybody, stay safe.